for lunch.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Other folks maybe like going to the pool, family vacation for a week. If your parents had to work, your older sibling probably just made sure that you didn't set the house on fire, right? Maybe you went to a YMCA camp. Let's go to New York City. Some parents there shelling out tens of thousands of dollars on their kids, not for vacations, cars, or trendy clothes, but for summer camps and childcare. This story originally coming from the New York Post. The amount of money being spent, it's pretty shocking. Some families writing checks totaling $30,000 to watch their kids. One mom shared a video on social media breaking down the cost of summer care for her 3 sons. So she has them enrolled in full day camps and half-day sports programs. Plus, she factored in extra babysitting that she'll need because most camps wrap up around 4 p.m. Her workday doesn't. She's not alone. But unlike many families trying to make these numbers work, some parents aren't exactly losing sleep over the price tag. Let's talk about what that money buys. Some are sending their kids to sleepaway camps that cost more than $20,000 per child. It's not your average YMCA camp. No. There's no boondoggle. There's no flag football. Instead, these kids are taking hot air balloon rides. They're horseback riding. They're learning how to sail. And they're eating meals prepared by private chefs. The cabins, they're nicer than my house. The dining halls, they look like 5-star restaurants. And are they expensive? Yeah, absolutely. Do you get what you pay for? Maybe. Will the kids have an amazing summer? Yeah, probably. I mean, who wouldn't like that? Now, there are cheaper options in that area if you shop around, but some of those are even approaching $10,000 per child. Meantime, some wealthy parents are weighing in online, saying they would rather spend that kind of money taking their entire family to Europe or renting a house in New England for the summer than sending their kids to camp. People spend their money on some pretty crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm. I know a family
that does this?
I do.
How well do you know this family?
Very well.
Oh, no.
My kids love it.
Listen, we all can't make that
I know we don't all make the McLean bucks.
Nope.
Around here. No, it's I think it's crazy. I do. It's so much money. And you know what these camps are doing, they do. They teach invaluable life lessons to a lot of kids.
Yeah.
I get that, and I think that's wonderful. Do they need to be charging those prices? Absolutely not. Does a kid need to learn how to operate a hot air balloon? No.
Probably not.
No. I'm gonna say not probably not. I'm gonna say no.
Unless it's like their career
9.
aspiration, but
yeah,
you know.
Then we can focus on that as a career path, I guess, at some point. But what happened to go outside and you play until the streetlights come on, and then you come home?
Yeah.
That was summer.
Yep.
Or for me, it was you wake up super early, you deliver newspapers, you collect enough money to order yourself lunch.
Was your sister watching you?
No.
Oh.
Oh, please, no.
Okay. Was she supposed to be watching you?
No. I think my parents were more okay with me being. I wasn't the perfect child, but it was. Please go out. You don't have a curfew. You don't have to come home at this hour.
Yep.
Just go.
Yeah.
Leave.
Uh-huh.
And my sister, there were a lot of rules because she was the wild child.
Okay.
I followed direction. I like
Yeah. You like
things
rules.
in order. Yes. Yeah. It makes me comfortable.
Yep.
But yeah, no, go outside and play. You make friends with neighbors. You go to the YMCA camp. You go to the, go to the local community center camps.
Yeah.
I think you gain just as much there, if not more, than you do by going to these other camps, because I feel like at those other camps, you're learning a lot of privilege as well.
Yeah.
But you're not absorbing it as this is privilege. You're learning that as the expectation rather than, the reality, the norm.
Yeah.
And unless mom and dad have a trust fund for you, when, you start to grow up, it's like, okay, life isn't going to look like this.
Yeah.
It's going to look a lot more like the community center.
Yeah. I mean,
Just saying.
You think about it, like one summer at this camp is like, basically a year at a state school,
Yeah.
right? And how many summers are you sending your kid there? And then they're probably also going to private school. And then one day they'll go maybe onto college. It's just a lot of money.
And then, I mean, if that's what they get during the summer, when it comes time for their I guess any birthday, but their 16th, are we really buying them a new car?
Maybe a hot air balloon.
Oh, I guess.
We know how to fly one.
Yeah, they learned. You better put that skill to use.
We have much more to come here on Arc Rochester when we come back. Chris Lopez is getting ready to celebrate the 4th of July weekend with a little help from the Red Wings.
And don't forget, you can take us on the go wherever you are. Arc Rochester is streaming live right now on the 13WAM YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. Stick around. We're back after this. Hold on.
I'll split this interview up for him, so I'll go to Dan first, then to you.
This morning, summer is heating up, and so is the Rochester Philharmonic Orchestra with the Outdoor Concert Series, bringing big music to summer nights.
Yeah, they're teaming up with the Red Hot Red Wings this Friday for a one-of-a-kind night at the ballpark featuring baseball, live music, and fireworks to top it all off. Chris Lopez is live from ESL Ballpark with more. Chris?
Hey, good morning, guys. Yes, here out on the field with Dan Mason. That game starts at 6:05. Music, 8:30. Fireworks after that. However, I have to ask you about some baseball first.
Yeah.
Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. How do you guys play them? Pretty well?
Yeah.
They give you guys tough fits?
They're traditionally, they're a tough
Okay.
team. They're
All
a
right.
good team.
I
But
like it. So it's going to be a good game then.
Should be
is what I'm getting to.
great series this whole week. We're taking on the Iron Pigs tonight at 6:45. Half price tickets. Tomorrow night we've got a Cocos Locos.
You beat me to it. I was going to ask you what else do you have planned for the month? Because you guys are always doing something.
Yeah, so Cocos Locos jersey giveaway tomorrow. Game time 6:45.
Why the Cocos Locos? Just for those that, because I was puzzled by it.
So we play 3 times a year as the Cocos Locos State Rochester. And there's a thing called the World Cup going on.
Yeah, I heard of it. Maybe gambled on it too.
Okay. And so in honor of that, we're doing a jersey giveaway tomorrow, Cocos Locos soccer-style jersey. Thursday night, we've got a Luis Garcia Jr. bobblehead featuring him in a plates jersey. It's a plates night, and then also the first 500 kids get a free ice cream cone.
Okay.
And this week's going to be a good week for ice cream.
Yes.
And then Friday, of course, our friends at the RPO will be playing after the game, and then a huge fireworks display. Saturday, the 4th of July, we'll be home with an amazing fireworks display again after the game. Bruce the Bat Dog will be fetching bats. And Sunday, Bruce the Bat Dog and Josh Snyder, his owner, bobblehead here, Sunday, Game Time 105.
And then I have to ask you, your first half of the season, you guys are still doing fantastic. But if we're splitting hairs here, there's a first half and there's a second half. How do you feel about the second half prospects? You guys are now in the mix of it right now.
Yeah, we just started on Tuesday
Yep.
in Charlotte. We went 4-2 in Charlotte against a very good team. So we're starting off the second half just like we played throughout the first half. Can't wait to keep it going.
Support your Red Wings, people. They're doing fantastic. I want to go to Lauren this morning. Let's start off with the instruments, though. You got a few things in your hand. There's more in a bag somewhere, but we brought these two out. What do these have to do with the RPO?
So the RPO is for everyone. These are percussion instruments that we have from our instrument petting zoo that we bring out to let kids explore what the instruments are and get to learn a little bit more about the music. So we do bring this out for our concert in Bristol later in the summer. But yeah, this is part of our instrument zoo.
And Lauren, when RPO takes the stage on Friday, we'll just keep it to Friday. How does the sound change when you guys are outdoors at a venue like this as opposed to indoors at your traditional venue?
Sure, we are in Kodak Hall at Eastman Theater, and that's an enclosed space. This is way more obviously open. So the sound just carries, and it's great because you can just hear everything all the way through. It doesn't change the experience of an orchestra.
And then what's this called again?
This is a vibra slap,
Okay.
and it's the best. I love this instrument. This is my favorite instrument in the instrument petting zoo.
Just slap it on your knee and it makes a sound. There we go. Back to you guys in studio. That game starts at 6:05. Music at 8:30. Fireworks after. Back to you guys in studio for now. We're going to be on the stage or near the stage at 8:40 here on Arc Rochester.
Are you going to be playing any instruments, Lopez?
No, I'm not instrumentally inclined.
Oh, okay.
I just interview the people that are.
We know that Mark is really good at the tambourine.
Yes.
So
Mark
maybe-
has played tambourine live on air with a band.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
That's fantastic.
When we come back, speaking of the devil, it's time for this morning's weather trivia.
Meteorologist Mark McLean coming your way on the other side of the break. What? What did I miss?
Exactly. What did Abby just say?
I don't know. I was talking. I was having a conversation.
Okay, it's all right.
It's all
I
right.
was talking to Ashley,
I know,
wasn't I?
it's okay. It's all right.
No, I was. You know what? I'm gonna take my ball and go home.
All right.
Mark.
Weather trivia. How about
Mark,
some weather
let's do
trivia?
it.
Okay. We've got some hot weather on the way. When's the last time that Rochester experienced 6 straight days of temperatures greater than 90? So we do 3 for a heat wave, right? Mm-hmm. Well, how about double that? Was it July of 2020, September of 1973, August of 2016, or June of 2024? It looks like we're going to either have possibly 4, maybe 5 on this.
What's the all-time record?
The all-time record would be a great weather trivia question for tomorrow.
Oh. Which means you've already typed it out. The graphics made.
I know the answer to that question.
Okay.
I will spare you from it.
July
it's a great
2020,
question.
September
It is a great
1973, August 2016, or June 2024.
I feel like I've heard the answer, so maybe I have a good recollection.
Have we experienced the answer?
Unknown at this time.
Okay. I'm going to follow Abby's lead today.
I love the investigative journalism aspect that you both provide for weather trivia. It makes
sounded like
it makes me happy.
I know. Is he
makes me
being
happy that you're
facetious here?
trying.
I don't know, but I am not going to acknowledge it.
No, we're going to skim right past that.
Maybe I can buy you off with a few pumpkins.
No, now you're just bringing up bad feelings.
No, I appreciate it. Mark was nice enough to bring those.
What kinds did we?
Atlantic and Jack, big ones, the big guys.
Okay.
We'll see.
The contest winners.
The contest winners. Okay. Here's what we're watching in weather. Okay. Out west, it's actually cold enough for mountain snow. Can you imagine that? Heading into July, like the highest peaks of the Rockies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Out east, the story is completely different. Hundreds in the mid-Atlantic on the way. 90s for western New York. This is called a huge ridge of high pressure in weather. And what it means for us is that we're in a heat advisory for this afternoon. Heat index temperature, that's the combo platter of relative humidity plus temperature, making it feel like it's near 100. Now, in the coming days, we actually have an excessive heat watch. And that means that heat index temperature could be between 100 and 110. So that'll be the story tomorrow, Thursday, and into Friday likely. But the heat advisory is an everyone deal through this afternoon, and that's what we're expecting there. So all counties included for all of western and central New York at this point. Now the forecast will actually have some of those numbers into the mid 100s. So that, find air conditioning, drink lots of water, stay out of the direct sun between 10 and 4.
Okay, now are we with the heat index? Is that tracked as record breakers as well? Do we keep an eye on that?
It could be calculated, but I don't know that there's tabulated data that actually stores it in a ranked list.
Okay.
That's a good question.
Not that I'm suggesting it be
I'm gonna say that's a maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, because I could research it. I could definitely look it up. I know you can actually search it.
Okay.
So, but going back through time, the problem is some of those indexes have changed, like wind chill. Like if you go back through time, the formula to calculate it has actually changed. I'm not sure if that's the same story for heat index as well, but definitely something to look at for sure. It's going to be some of the highest, not only in recent memory, but if you've lived in Western New York your whole life by Thursday, could be some of the higher ones that we've ever experienced. Now, the other half of this is the tropical nature of the atmosphere. The dew point is 67 right now, so you felt that when you walked out this morning. That dew point with some thunder showers is going to soar through the 70s, likely into the upper 70s this afternoon. We're actually tracking a thunder shower that's weakening along a warm front that's trying to move into western New York right now. So, we have this old saying, we say never trust a warm front in weather, so we have to watch this. There's the scan, those little dots right there. Those are lightning strikes that are showing up, and there's been 18 cloud-to-water strikes here in the last 15 minutes. So if you're up by the lakeshore, you're going to hear some of this off in the distance right now, and some of those downpours starting to move off the lake surface into western New York out ahead of this warm front. So it's not going to be an everywhere deal, and it's not going to be all the time, but by this afternoon, I think we're going to clear a lot of this out of the forecast for you. But is there a storm threat? It looks like it's a little higher where the instability is going to be greater later this afternoon into the Adirondacks, parts of eastern New York. That's where there's a slight chance of severe storms. We're in this marginal area, Rochester and points east. So it means that there's, one of these storms could get a little feisty. Some downpours, a little cloud to ground lightning, maybe some hail, some locally damaging wind as it rolls on through. But by the afternoon, you can see it clears. That's when we get back to the hazy sunshine, and it is just going to be stifling heat the next few days. If you've been to Florida, you know all about it. Low to mid 90s. We'll have to watch late day. This is some new data coming in too, suggesting there's a small chance for late day storms for Wednesday. So if that scenario looks like it's going to hold together, we may have to up the chance for rain just a little bit late day for tomorrow. But the pool cast for us has low 90s. This day would have been in the mid 90s likely if that storm threat hadn't been there this morning. And if we were off to the races with sunshine, this would have been a real hot day. But 76 tonight, just a sultry summer night. Hazy, very humid, and the 7-day forecast, it just keeps that pool weather in play. There's the records on your screen. Upper 90s, 99 is the record from 1931 for Thursday. Looks like the day that has the highest chance of getting close. We haven't had a 100-degree day in Rochester since June of 1953.
Write that down.
June 1953.
We talked about that in the weather trivia a little bit ago.
Oh.
100-degree day.
Oops.
Okay.
We did.
All right. Listen, I don't know. We need the rain. We need the sun. We need the heat.
It's nice before the 4th of July, too, because local fireworks displays, you never want the lawn to be burned out, dried out.
Yeah.
Folks are getting together, having little bonfires, and you want a little bit of moisture in the ground.
Yeah.
And we all saw what happened at your party last year.
Got ugly.
You nearly took out the neighbor's house.
It was wild.
I'll say this, the plumeria tree started blooming yesterday.
Yeah.
So that's a sign of heat in summer.
Mm-hmm.
Just
You watch your
different direction. Different direction.
Are you on the invite list this year?
No, I didn't get the invite.
Okay.
It must have gotten lost in the mail. My plumeria has not bloomed. It's
will.
growing like crazy, though. So many new leaves, new branches, too.
Everyone's a little different, but off this variety, I found that usually it's every other year.
Oh,
So,
okay.
I've had years where it's been like one flower cluster
Okay.
on it.
I mean, my elephant ear is huge.
Is it?
Already,
Good.
yeah.
Repot it.
Yeah.
It'll get gigantic.
The dead bulb we thought was dead. Do you remember?
Not dead?
No, not dead. And it turned into 2 bulbs.
Wow.
You found it?
No.
Oh,
new
the
one.
one he
The
gave.
new one.
Okay,
Yes,
okay, okay,
he
okay.
gave me a new one, and we thought, not gonna.
Gotcha.
This might be dead. Might as well try it, but it's going.
Right on.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
All right, we still have much more to get to on Arc Rochester.
We're back on the other side of the break.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Doing well. How are you?
Good, thank you. They're just grabbing a quick mic check from you, and then we'll get going. Sound good?
8:35 this Tuesday morning. Thanks so much for staying with us here on ARC Rochester. Summer is usually a time we associate with family get-togethers, vacations, or spending more time outside. But for many of our nation's veterans, this season can bring you some unique challenges that go unnoticed often.
Yeah, this morning we're shining a light on why the summer months can be especially difficult for some who have served, and more importantly, the resources and support available right here in our community. Joining us now, we have Dr. Shane Coleman, the Vice President of Clinical Innovation at Centerstone's Institute. Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Happy to be here.
You know, I think that this is a difficult topic to talk about, but one that is so important. We know we have a large veteran community in Rochester and in the Finger Lakes region. Explain for us and for the folks at home why summer can be so challenging for some who have served.
Yeah, it's really interesting. So this rate increase we see across the population, but really with veteran suicides, you see this more starkly, a little bit more in summer. You see an increase coming from the winter through the spring, all the way through this to the summer, and then it actually drops off more in the fall and winter time again. So the juxtaposition is you see all these people out having a wonderful time, especially in Rochester, where we have such a stark increase in temperatures and people getting out and being joyous, where you might not have the same kind of connection. You might have trouble fitting in with your community in general, whether you just were discharged from the military, just left, or you're just struggling in your own day-to-day life and finding meaning in things that you're doing, whereas others are enjoying life, connecting with family and loved ones. So really, we see that juxtaposition coming out. And also there are things like individuals with mental health disorders like bipolar disorder. We see some research that supports manic episodes increasing during the spring and summer months. And those individuals may actually have a little bit more energy to attempt suicide, whereas during the winter months, they may be thinking about it, but they may not actually have the capability to attempt suicide. So due to these multiple factors, we really want to look out for our veterans and our loved ones during the spring and summer months, especially due to the possibility that they may attempt or die by suicide during this time.
So the correlation is absolutely there based on the season, but what does the science say is the reasoning behind that?
Yes, absolutely. So the season, it's cross-culturally. Right. So we see it around the globe with those summer temperatures. Like I said, it's that other folks are out and getting connected, whereas you're not. Like, you're seeing those folks getting out and getting connected, whereas you're like, why am I not able to? Like, why am I not able to do the same thing as other folks? So seeing that that stark transition for others, but not for yourself, could potentially lead to that. The other side of that being one's capability to die by suicide during that time just increases. You may have a little bit more energy to die by suicide, but may not feel connected to others. So that little bit more energy may actually lead to folks starting to plan and prepare for death by suicide. This is why getting folks connected to walk-in clinics at that time, to crisis centers, whenever you're noticing any of these signs or symptoms in others, saying that they're struggling during this time when others are feeling so happy. I just feel like I can't connect. I just feel like a burden on others. If you're hearing those things, that's why we really want to recognize that during these spring and summer months.
Let's talk a little bit about some of those resources in our area. For somebody watching, give us the rundown.
So when we're talking about veterans, we always talk about the VA. I actually worked at the Canandaigua VA for some time at the Center of Excellence for Suicide Prevention. It's a great resource for veterans there. I also currently work for Centerstone's Institute, and we're a part of Face the Fight's life-saving initiative, uniting more than 300 cross-sector partners to dramatically reduce veteran suicide by 2032. So we unite a growing a growing coalition of over 300 organizations to address this national crisis around veteran suicide through public awareness, actionable engagement, and strategic funding of proven solutions. So Face the Fight offers their partners a meaningful way to drive change and save people's lives. This matches really perfectly with Centerstone's mission, which is delivering care that changes people's lives. So I love that we're able to work with Face the Fight, and folks can get connected at www.wefacethefight.org, or you could go to Centerstone's Military Services as well.
Doctor, thank you so much for your time today. Great insight and a great time to highlight those resources that we have. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
We still have much more to get to this morning on ARC Rochester. When we come back, we'll check in again with Chris Lopez. He's live from ESL Ballpark this Tuesday morning.
And don't forget, you can take us on the go wherever you are. We're streaming live right now on 13WEM's YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. Stick around. We're back after this.
Mic check, 1, 2.
Mic check.
Welcome back. The 4th of July weekend is shaping up to be a busy one across the Rochester region. Celebrations, events, fireworks, all lighting up the area all weekend long.
Yeah, and the Rochester Red Wings are teaming up with the RPO for a night that combines America's favorite pastime with live music and a spectacular fireworks show over the ballpark. Chris Lopez is live at ESL this morning with a preview. Hey there, Chris.
Hey, good morning, guys. It got really bad outside. It is not going to be that way on Friday. I can't promise you that, but the weather doesn't look like it's going to be that bad on Friday. Here with Herb Griffith this morning of the RPO. Right? It's okay, though. It's going to be a nice day on Friday, right? It's going to be hot. You guys are going to be bringing the heat. Red Hot Red Wings are also going to be winning. For those that are just tuning in, they missed our hit the last time. What are you guys going to be doing up on the stage here?
So we're going to be playing a concert tonight, or on Friday night, with our music director, Andreas Dell's going to be conducting. So full orchestra, a lot of Americana, a lot of John Williams, some movie music, a few surprises out there as well. So it's about an hour's worth of music right after the concert, or right after the ball game. So looking forward to it.
Any pressure because the Red Wings are doing so well? Let's say they win. You guys got a nice lineup of fireworks after you guys. You guys got to come up and follow an act of a possible great game.
That's always tough. Always
Yeah.
tough. And of course, they're doing great this year. So, but we're ready. We're ready. Whether win, lose, or draw, we'll be there, ready to go. So,
What's your experience watching the RPO play? And how does that differ when you see them indoors versus outdoors?
oh, it's very, very different. First of all, the musicians love playing outside. They love the energy and the atmosphere of an 8,000 seat stadium that's full, and there for them it's at night. So it's a magical experience. They've got the mascots come up on stage. It's fun. Everyone has a good time. They can kind of let their hair down a little bit. It's not it's not that traditional.
Not as rigid.
Not as rigid. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, taking the stage at 8:30. Head over to Dan Mason. You guys are taking the stage at 6:05, I believe. Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs.
Correct.
When you listen to them, how do you feel? You guys have been partnered for about 20 years now. You had to have listened to at least one track the RPO played.
I listened to the
All
entire
of it.
show. Yeah, it's awesome. It's one of the best nights of the year every year. It's something that our fans look forward to. It's something that we get asked about in the off season. Hey, when's the RPO night? It's just a great event, and two iconic Rochester organizations combining to provide an awesome night of entertainment for our community.
Any pressure because it's near the 4th of July, of course, but America's 250. You have baseball, you have orchestra, you have hot dogs, you have Bruce the Bat Dog. You guys are doing incredible this year. Any added pressure to this weekend at all? Because there's only going to be one 250.
I didn't really think about it until you just asked me that.
Dang it. Okay, I'm sorry.
But no, we're ready to roll. The RPO is going to put on an amazing show on Friday.
So are
and
you
then
guys.
We're you bet the wings will be ready, and looking forward to this entire 6-game homestand, and it's going to clear up, right? It's going to clear up, and while it is precipitating now, this will be out of here, and we start a big 6-game homestand tonight, and a huge highlight, the RPO show here on Friday.
RPO and the Red Wings bringing the heat to you on Friday. We have more ARC Rochester coming up after this commercial break.
All right, well, they're just grabbing a mic check from you, if you just wouldn't mind saying your first and last name.
1-2, Frank Umbrino.
Tom Luciano.
Wonderful.
.8:49 this Tuesday morning. It's time for this week's Crime Stoppers. And this morning, the Rochester Police Department is asking for the community's help in solving a case from 2023 that a lot of people remember.
Yeah, well, investigators believe they now know who the suspect caught on surveillance video is. Detectives say new information could help confirm his identity in this case and potentially connect him to other violent crimes. Captain Frank Umbrino and Detective Thomas Luciano join us now to talk more about it. Good morning to the both of you.
Good morning.
All right, so we know a little bit about this case, but for the folks at home, give us an overview of what happened.
Sure. So on January 5th, 2023, at about 8:30 in the morning, at the Franklin campus, a student was walking into school, and at about that same time, a stolen vehicle pulls up in front of the location. A gunman gets out of the back seat, chases the student through the schoolyard, shoots 3 rounds at him. The student attempts to get into the front door of the school and finds that the front door is locked. He shoots 1 more round at the student at point blank range, and his gun malfunctions. The shooter returns to the stolen vehicle, and the stolen vehicle flees the scene. And if you watch the video, it's pretty chilling.
That really is terrifying video to see it unfold and to know that this is a teenager going into a high school on school grounds, a place that's supposed to feel safe. What can you tell us about the suspect? What do we know so far?
Well, we know that the suspect is currently in jail on other unrelated charges. He's also a suspect in at least 2 other murders that we are investigating. So this guy's a killer, and we know who he is. We're pretty confident we know who he is. And we also know that there's people out there that could identify him, which could help us to bring charges for this case against him. But he's a killer. Like I said, he's in jail, and some people may be afraid, but we can assure them he is in jail right now. He's not going to be getting out anytime soon, and we're hoping that that little bit of information will encourage them to come forward.
So his face is obviously blurred in the video that we just saw moments ago. So how are you hoping people recognize this situation, this scenario, and this individual?
People talk. He's obviously with somebody else when he's doing it this morning, and he speaks to other people before and after that crime. So there's people out there that know. There's people that he's told, and we need help to be able to bring charges for this terrible crime. I mean, it's unbelievable to watch it.
Yeah. Is there an age range of that person? Is the suspect also high school? I don't know if you can, how much you can divulge.
He's a little bit older than high school age.
Okay.
But he's, look at that. I mean, we're lucky that that's not another murder.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
very true. What are the circumstances surrounding this case? I'm assuming that these 2 individuals knew one another. Do you know how they knew one another?
Well, there was evidence that there was an altercation in a neighborhood near the school, just a few moments before the incident occurred at Franklin. So it wasn't something that just occurred right at the school. It had happened earlier.
Okay, but it all played out in a short time frame that same morning.
That same morning, that's correct.
Okay.
And they were known to each other previously.
Okay. So there was some sort of relationship.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Are you looking for Ring doorbell video or anything like that? Or are you, for the most part, you're confident you know the people involved?
Correct. We just need the people that have knowledge of this to come forward and talk with us. And we know that there's people out there that know who did it.
And again, people can do this anonymously. They can come forward anonymously. Does that help the case at all?
Most of the time, yes. In this case, no, because we do know who it is. We need the people that have the specific knowledge to come forward and talk to us and cooperate with the investigation with prosecutors. This kid is a killer. He's killed at least 2 other people that we're aware of. Those investigations are still very active and ongoing. It's a bad guy that we need to get off the street.
So we need somebody who's in the know and who's willing to cooperate with law enforcement.
Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you both so much for your time this morning. We do appreciate it. The Crime Stoppers hotline number, let's pull that up at the bottom of your screen one more time, 423-9300 if you have any information. We've heard it a million times. Every little bit of information does help.
Absolutely. Thank you both. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
We still have much more to get to this morning on Arc Rochester.
Stick around. We're back on the other side of the break.
The Great American State Fair is underway in the nation's capital, bringing together the people, traditions, history, and spirit that make America the greatest nation on earth. That's something state fairs have been doing for nearly 200 years.
We're looking forward to the Ferris wheel.
A giant Ferris wheel, musical performances, military flyovers, a rodeo, carnival rides, and more. The National Mall in Washington, D.C. transformed into the Great American State Fair.
I first went to a fair when I was 3. It just gives that energetic vibe when I see everybody and we're all doing rides together. It's just a fun moment.
Spanning from the U.S. Capitol to the Washington Monument, exhibits and activations from nearly all 50 states, the District of Columbia, and 5 U.S. territories, showcasing what makes each unique. Doing on a large scale for America's 250th birthday what state fairs have been doing across the country for nearly 2 centuries.
This is my first, and I like it a lot.
In 1841, the State Fair was born in Syracuse, New York, to bring farmers together to share ideas and practices. There were livestock exhibits and plowing competitions, and the concept quickly spread to other states, with people falling in love with the tradition.
The atmosphere, it's always fun, it's exciting, you know, it's a happy place.
The ones in Texas can't be beat, all the rodeos and, you know, just seeing the longhorns.
Over the years, some state fairs have served as key campaign grounds for politicians to chat with voters and give stump speeches. Most notably, Iowa's State Fair, which has been a popular stop for presidential candidates since the 1970s, when the Iowa caucuses started. Today, political campaigning and agriculture are still front and center at state fairs across the nation. But they've evolved to include much more.
When we were in Georgia, we had to get all the fried Oreos and the cotton candy and all the sweets and stuff like that.
I've been to a lot of state fairs, mostly just in Maryland, but every time I go, I do like the zippers. I like the big action rides, so that's why I go.
The nostalgia that draws people back year after year.
Usually sweet corn. I mean, always you're looking for sweet corn.
For a blend of family-friendly entertainment, agricultural tradition, and community pride that feels distinctly American. You can visit the Great American State Fair at the National Mall through July 10th. For Amazing America, I'm Taylor Murray with the National News Desk.
Greetings.
All right, I'm gonna do one lap. Steph,
Okay.
get it done.
I feel like my tie is always. In today's Political Pulse, the Supreme Court is handing down major decisions this week. I'll review the High Court's latest opinions on mail-in ballots and the firings of federal agencies with a law professor, plus what to expect from the Supreme Court today. That's all coming up in our 9 o'clock hour. Arc Rochester returns after this. o'clock on this Tuesday morning, June 30th. Thank you for joining us on ARC Rochester. I'm Abby Fridman.
And I'm Dan Schrack. That is meteorologist Mark McLean. He's here with the answer to weather trivia. You've got the muddy pause forecast, and you have the full forecast. Where do we begin?
We'll start with the trivia, but before we start all that, it is an absolute steam bath outside.
Yeah.
This rain.
I want to go check it out.
Right after this. The humidity is now up to 8 gabillion.
8 gabillion?
Yeah. Yeah,
it's an interesting
It's a
number.
meteorological term. We save it for the steamiest of steamy days.
Okay. Yeah. So beyond soupy.
Yes. Yeah. That would be like the top of our muggy meter. Like our dots get up to soupy. This would be like if the chef poured the soup on the floor and like you stood on top of all the steam coming off the soup off the floor.
You have a way with words, Mark.
The drops are instantly evaporating off the sidewalk. It's so...
Are they?
Yes.
I want to check it out.
I know, I do too.
Weather trivia. Okay, we're talking about hot stuff out there. How many days in a row? We're going to reach 90 this week. We might have 4 or 5, but when's the last time we had almost a week's worth, 6 straight days of temperatures in the 90s? If this was like Washington, D.C. or Florida, this would be like, the answer would be last week, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like this all the time. Was it July of 2020, September of 1973, August of 2016, or June of 2024? There was more than 50 answers. Sarah, Mary, Barb have A. Debbie's got B. Jones got D. Florence C.
Thanks, Florence.
Thank you. Cassandra, Beth, Allison, Ian A. Reno, and Yvonne have C this morning. We've got the next page has Janet, Paul with A, Patty, Tim, B, Louie, and Sue have C this morning. We've got Ron, David with B, Cheryl, Debbie, Kyla, C, Cheryl. Other Cheryl has A this morning. Next page, lots of A's. Babs, Barbara, Rebecca, A. Elaine has D. Laura and Tom have B. We have, wait for it, Charlene A, Tahuti, Sandra, Barbara C. Judy, you stay cool as well. Barbara S says it's too hot.
Aw, Barbara.
Is it too hot? Pumpkin Fest has B. Jim, have a great day as well. Herb.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, that's the best. Has C. Cheryl and Dave C. Dawn C. Greg, Dawn's husband B. Deb and Jack D. Marion and Dakota A. Kevin A. Kevin, Colleen's wife D. Donnie Kelly. Yeah.
We're going to come over and visit Don and Kelly. Do you have a pool?
We just had a cold front move through the studio. Katie and Robert C. Gary, Vicky's husband C. Frank has B. Mary Pat, Frank's wife A. Vicky has A. David C. Judy, David's wife A. Is that it? Ashley?
That's it.
Did we get through?
That's it.
Hopefully we got everyone.
I am going to go with A. And the reason I'm going to go with A is because I don't remember 6 straight days in 2024. Not that I remember in 2020, but
yeah,
I didn't live here in 2016 and I wasn't alive in 73.
Okay.
I was not here in July of 2020. I was living in Vermont. I was not alive in 1973. August of 2016, I was at Brockport. In June of 24, I was here. So, I mean, I do remember 2016 being hot. So I might go C. Ugh.
Oh.
Bummer.
It was the COVID summer, and we had 6 straight days in the 90s. This went from the 5th, right after the 4th of July, the heat came in, and it stuck with us for almost a week. We had 6 straight days in the 90s. How about that? Yikes.
I'm going to look to see.
You know who likes the heat?
Pictures.
The plumeria.
The plumeria's in bloom.
Yep, it is throwing blooms, and when that starts, that's the real official kickoff of tropical air season. Hopefully I can get that thing back through the sliding glass door this fall. Captain.
Oh, I love this little face.
He looks like a teddy bear.
He does.
He really does.
And I would trust him to charter a ship.
Yeah, probably doesn't love the heat, though, with that coat, right? Maybe. I don't know. But we love to see the pics of your pets, your kitty, your dog. We just send them in. 13wham.com/chime in, the QR code on your screen right there. Just scan that and send the pics along when you can. We love to see it. So, Captain, wet pause today, obviously, with the rain coming down. Dry pause for tomorrow. It looks like there's a very small chance late in the day that we could see a thunder shower tomorrow. We'll talk about that. Thursday is going to be stifling. It just upper 90s and hazy sunshine. Friday and Saturday, there's a small chance of rain in the forecast. I just don't want to scare you away from any plans that you have. It looks like most of the day is going to be dry for both of those days. But this is the big story today. After this rain moves out of here, and this rain evaporates back into the atmosphere, the dew point's going to be in the low to mid 70s all day long. And it's just going to have that, you know, that when you look at the sky and it's got that milky haze? That's it. I mean, that's going to be like the rest of today. Dew point's already into the upper 60s, and that combo platter of temperature and humidity, we call it
Too thick for the sunshine to break through?
You know, it's just hazy. It's an enhanced greenhouse effect. What ends up happening, water vapor is a gigantic greenhouse gas, okay? And it just harbors that much more solar radiation that does make it through down to the ground and stores it. So that's why it's like being in a greenhouse. That this air is like greenhouse air. If you go to one of our local garden centers and stand in the greenhouse, you can just feel the...
They just open the windows on days like this.
Exactly, and let the heat out. So the heat index near 100 today. Tomorrow, we may see values into the mid 100s. So if it gets up to 105, that's a point where you really got to kind of slow it down. Thankfully, this thunder shower folded up. There's no more cloud to water lightning, no more cloud to ground lightning that we're picking up at this point. That rain just kind of sliding south off the lake surface. And it's just, you know, this could be a garden soaking rain. It's kind of welcome because a lot of folks have plans outdoors. You don't want things to be too dry heading to the 4th of July. So I guess if we look at it from that aspect, it is welcome. But hazy, hot, and humid behind that front. That warm front clears the area. There it goes right there through about 1 o'clock. And then that just opens the door to all sorts of heat. And that's where the weather story goes for the rest of this week. Small chance late in the day right there. Watch that Wednesday. We'll have to see if that makes it through or not. If it does, we'll take up the chance for rain a little bit more for tomorrow. But by Thursday, could be in the upper 90s. And we'll drop back through the 80s by this week. 88 degrees seems cool compared to 97, doesn't it? Or 82. Which is all above normal.
Yeah.
And even though you see that thunder icon and all those, it is not going to be a washout by any stretch. I just want to make sure that point is out there. But it is going to be interesting to see how hot this temperature gets today because of this morning cloud cover and this quick shower going through. You know, how many hours can we get hazy sunshine back to boost that high temperature up into the low 90s? But just a steamy summer night. It's going to be a tropical night, 76. Keep that air conditioning cranked up. Make sure you stay hydrated. There's the records for each of these upcoming days on your screen, and the 4th of July, of course. We'll keep that chance at about 30%, but I think a majority of all of these days are going to be mainly dry. It's that Florida scenario where the sky opens up 20, 30 minutes, an hour later, you're like, what happened? You know, the sun is shining again, everything's dried out, and life goes on.
The sun is shining, grass is green, the orange and palm trees sway. There's never been such a day in Beverly Hills, LA. But it's December the 24th, and I am longing to be up north. Nobody? Nobody?
Oh, what is that?
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Ooh, Ashley.
Yeah, why don't you say that over the loudspeaker next time?
Oh.
Shut up and wrap it up.
9/11 this Tuesday morning. Stick around, a lot more to come here on ARC Rochester, including when we come back, we're getting some tips on how you can help keep your mental health bright all summer long.
Don't forget, you can watch us on the go. We are streaming on the 13 Wham YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. We'll be right back.
Summer for students is often seen as a time to relax, unwind, and take a break from school. But for many young people, that shift in routine can also bring some real mental health challenges.
This morning, our good friend and teen mental health advocate, Tanvi Arakaputi, is sharing simple, practical ways to stay grounded, stay connected, and take care of your well-being all summer long. Tanvi, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me here today, Dan and Abby, and happy summer.
Happy summer
Same to you.
And Tanvi, I want to get into this in just a second, but we've been talking about it all morning.
Yes, honestly, we started talking about this at probably 3:30 this morning.
You are 17 years old now, yes?
Yes.
So at what point do we stop referring to you as teen mental health advocate and start referring to you as like fully grown adult mental health advocate? Because you are, I can't even believe how quickly you've grown up. I feel like a parent. I know
a proud parent.
A proud parent.
Thank you so much. It's been such an honor to be here on this show for the past 4 years so far, and I'm excited to continue being here and sharing my experiences as a school student and maybe when I go to college as a college student as well.
Yes, absolutely. We look forward to that for you. But okay, so let's dive into why you're actually here to talk to us today. Summer, we kind of said this in the intro, but a lot of people think it's just time to kick back, relax, throw caution to the wind, and everything in life is going to be hunky-dory. But that's not always the case. It's mental health. It needs constant oversight, and we need to constantly be giving ourselves care.
Definitely. I think like mental health doesn't have a holiday or vacation. Oftentimes summer is this opportunity for excitement and joy and relaxation, but sometimes it can be a struggle, like experiencing FOMO, the fear of missing out from social media, people going on vacations and sometimes we're at home, or even having to juggle your job, family responsibilities, camps, activities, and also trying to relax. The need to be productive while also relaxed can be such a hard balance. And like you mentioned at the beginning, students coming out from a routine where their exact 8 to 3 or like that kind of time is fully defined for them, whereas now they have all that time for themselves, but they also have to get things done, can be that overwhelming overload. And I hope to share some ways that we can kind of ground ourselves and make the most out of summer while also getting those things like college applications if you're a junior, SAT, or if you have a job or internships, all those done at the same time. But as a new school year comes along, we feel like we made the most and we didn't just while away time scrolling, because oftentimes that can be the easiest way to let time go, but we need to really think about how can we make it meaningful for ourselves.
Very good. All right, so let's get into it then. First piece of advice, Tanvi.
The first piece of advice is probably obvious, but it's make time for joy. Sometimes we can get like in the school year so like a rat race and just getting things done and doing assignments and tests. But in the summer, we have time to do things we enjoy, maybe biking, tennis, baking, cooking, reading a book, doing art. There's so many things that we have passions for. And in summer, it's so important to take time for those, even if you don't get to do one of those every week. But maybe doing it once a month, or if you have ability to do it once a week, try to do those things and write them down, get them in your schedule so you can really make sure you can look back and feel like I did something that I enjoy out of this time.
I like that you point out we should be writing these things down. We should be scheduling them, because far too often we say, oh, we'll get to it, or we'll do it at some point this summer, and some point never comes.
Definitely. Yeah, I have another tip to share is like have a flexible routine. Just write down in the week what are some things that you want to accomplish, and that can help you. Like you mentioned, sometimes like I want to go into the summer and maybe bake something, but it gets lost in all the things and I forget about it and then I regret not doing it. So if you write it down like in a week I have to get these 4 tasks accomplished, and then kind of spacing it out and doing fun things along the way, I think can make you feel like it's not such a harsh structured routine, but you also know the things that you want to accomplish and you have that leeway of like time to do it as well.
Fantastic. All right, next piece of advice, Tanvi.
The next one is have 1 line a day. Write down one memorable thing you did every day. Maybe you went out for a lunch date with someone, maybe you watched a movie, or you were able to do some sports activities. Just spending time in the night just before sleeping on a piece of paper, scratch paper in your book, or even on your phone typing it, it can help you to feel like you accomplished something. When I look back at the day before doing this, I feel the stress of, oh, I had to do this, I had to do that task. But then when I write down something that was meaningful to me, I feel grateful that now it's summer and I have the opportunity to do things I enjoy. And writing it down not only helps you in that moment, but months later when school starts, when you look back at it, you're like, this summer, every single day, I did something that I enjoyed. And maybe you'll bring that mindset into the school year. On weekends, you'll try to incorporate that. And I think setting yourself up for that is super important.
That is really good advice. I really like that. We've got about 30 seconds left. Anything else?
The last tip is to connect with the people that matter. I know during school we may not get time to hang out with friends outside of school, but really try to prioritize that. Do some movie nights, game nights, connect with people because they can get busy, we can get busy, but just trying to spend some time. And even my sister is away at college right now, so although I don't have her in person, I'm able to call her and FaceTime her and set up movie nights online. So doing things with the people that matter to you and spending time with them is the best thing you can do in summer, and also taking time for me time, so getting that balance as well.
Wonderful. Tanvi Arakaputi, thank you so much for joining us. If somebody wants to check out more of your advice, your resources, your game, your book, hit them with the website so they can do so.
Yeah, you can check out www.tanvi.us or go to my Instagram at tanvis.inspiration to learn more about my work, check out my book and emotion cards deck.
Tanvi Arakaputi, thank you so much for your time, my friend. We hope you have an awesome summer.
Thank you so much. I hope both of you have an amazing summer as well.
When ARC Rochester returns, Steph will be here. She's breaking down some of our top political headlines.
Political Pulse coming up next.
It's time for a political pulse check here on ARC Rochester. We are just moments away from the Supreme Court releasing more decisions as justices prepare to close out their term. Yesterday, they issued a landmark ruling on mail-in ballots. It was a narrow 5-4 decision, allowing ballots to be received after Election Day. Two conservative-leaning justices sided with the court's 3 liberals. Justice Amy Coney Barrett writing that mail-in voting by Election Day is consistent with the Constitution. More than a dozen states already allow this if the ballots comply with state deadlines. President Trump called the Supreme Court's decision surprising, once again pushing for lawmakers to pass the Save America Act.
The SAVE Act is even more important, and that's the right to, you have to be a citizen of our country. Okay, you have to show you're a citizen of our country, called citizenship. Voter ID by photo voter ID. the ruling, which a lot of people were waiting for, that was a ruling that was, I think it was very detrimental to honest elections.
Now to more landmark decisions over firings in independent federal agencies. This came down to two cases. One involved former Federal Trade Commission member Rebecca Slaughter, who was fired by President Trump without cause. The justices sided with Trump in the 6-3 decision. On social media, Trump said the ruling is the, quote, greatest increase in presidential power in the last 100 years. Slaughter says it turns the FTC from watchdogs to, quote, lapdogs. The ruling could impact other independent agencies, except the Federal Reserve, that is. A separate decision allows Fed Reserve Governor Lisa Cook to keep her job for now. Chief Justice John Roberts writing any firing of the Fed governor could undermine its ability to make decisions. Well, today the Supreme Court will release a decision on the future of birthright citizenship. President Trump wanted to end birthright for the children of undocumented immigrants via executive order. The 14th Amendment has allowed any child born in the U.S. to have citizenship regardless of their parents' legal status. When the Supreme Court heard oral arguments about the case, they raised concern about enforcement and feasibility if birthright were to be overturned. And to help break down these latest decisions and those expected today, I'm joined by Associate Law Professor at Syracuse University, Jenny Breen. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you for having me today.
Absolutely. Thank you for being here. There's a lot to get into here. I want to start out with mail-in ballots specifically. And I think what's interesting about this case is that it kind of returns power to states in a sense, which is kind of along the lines of the Republican and conservative ideology here. So what did you make of this decision where the court is allowing states to receive those mail-in ballots after Election Day?
Well, the way our Constitution is set up, states really are given most of the power to organize elections in the way that they see fit within limits put forward by Congress. So the way that the court decided this particular issue is by looking at a statute that governs mail-in ballots and holding that that particular statute doesn't specify that the ballots have to be in by Election Day. So the ruling, I think, is a pretty common sense ruling. I think the court said around 30 states have rules like Mississippi's in this case, that as long as the ballot is postmarked by Election Day, it can be counted so long as it's received within 5 business days. So again, it's a statutory interpretation. The court decided that what states were doing was consistent with what Congress had put forward.
And I want to move on now and talking about those firings in independent federal agencies. There's kind of two sides of the coin here where you see that one individual, Rebecca Slaughter, as it pertained to the FTC, they could move forward with that firing, seeing that they sided with President Trump. But when it came to the Federal Reserve Governor, Lisa Cook, that was different. You heard Chief Justice Roberts saying that the Fed is historically independent and something like this could impact decision making. So why is it different? Why for the Fed Reserve that they kind of seem to side with the governor in this case as opposed to the FTC?
That's a great question. I think a lot of people are still asking that question after reading the opinion, or both opinions. I mean, both of the agencies, both the Federal Reserve and the FTC, have similar statutes where they say that the individual can't be fired except for cause, with some differences in wording. But what the Supreme Court held in the FTC case is that Trump could fire Rebecca Slaughter for no reason at all. So they just got rid for cause removal for that particular agency. But for the Federal Reserve, they kept intact the requirement of for cause removal. So Lisa Cook can still be fired, but Trump is going to need to follow specific procedures and give her notice and an opportunity to respond. As you indicated, Chief Justice Roberts made the argument that the Fed is different and that has a unique history. But I think the reality is that every independent agency has a unique history where Congress is trying to protect the regulators from political and money pressure. So I think that probably the most likely explanation is that the court was really hesitant to disrupt markets and to seem like it was, that was the fear they expressed during oral arguments, is that they were concerned about how disruptive a ruling like this would be for the Federal Reserve.
And I'm wondering the impact that this could have on other federal agencies, other areas of American life that are impacted by some agencies, because in the Slaughter case, we had seen that the FTC, for example, is one of those specific agencies where they are considered independent. So could this have an impact on firings for other areas?
Yeah, this is going to have a significant impact across the board. There are dozens of agencies that are structured like the FTC, with a measure of independence built into it. And what the Supreme Court has said here is that that is not a legitimate, a desire to have independent regulators is not a legitimate goal of Congress's. So there are dozens of agencies where Trump is going to be able to fire whoever he wants, whenever he wants. And that's going to be true for all presidents moving forward. It's really a very significant, articulated a really view of presidential and executive power, that all of the power of the executive branch should be properly lodged in the person of the president. So it's a very, very strong view of presidential power that's going to have a lot of ripple effects that we don't know yet how extensive the ripple effects will be, but it's a really significant decision from the court.
Definitely. And really quickly, before we get to birthright citizenship, I'm kind of curious to know, do you think that there are any other legal challenges, maybe in other agencies, that could be down the line given this recent decision?
Yeah, there are a lot of the unknowns stemming from the Slaughter case have to do with how expansively the court is going to read that decision. So, for example, there are a lot of agencies that have in-house judges that make, like the tax court, for example, where they adjudicate decisions about tax claims and tax filings. And the question is whether or not they're also going to be removable at will. Traditionally, we've understood it to be really important that people adjudicating cases are kind of insulated from political pressure, both within the agency and outside of it, because we want them to be able to make good decisions, fair decisions that aren't the result of political pressure. But this might totally blow up that scheme. And the ruling, the opinion from Chief Justice Roberts was so robust with presidential power, such a really strong articulation of presidential power, that it's hard to imagine it not spilling into areas that maybe people haven't thought of yet.
For sure. We've got about 30 seconds, and I know this is a big topic to get to in such a short amount of time, but I'm wondering how you see justices leaning as we wait for them to come up with this decision this morning. We have heard in the past that they've had those concerns about enforcement. I believe Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson actually brought that up. How would you do this? Would you bring some sort of documentation into the delivery room, for example? And even the conservative-leaning justices kind of applying the Constitution here, the 14th Amendment specifically, saying that it's clear. So how do you think that they will rule when it comes to this birthright citizenship?
That it's a really important case. And I think most people seem to be of the view that the court is going to rule against the Trump administration on this one. It really requires a very creative, would be a generous word, reading of the 14th Amendment to make the argument that the administration was trying to make in this case. It seems clear, I think, to most people, and I think to the justices on the Supreme Court, that if you want to end birthright citizenship, you would need to amend the Constitution. That the executive order is insufficient to do that it would be directly contrary to the really clear language of the Constitution, I think, to all of our common sense understanding of what citizenship means in the United States, and to really long established precedent on the Supreme Court. So I think most people expect this one to be a loss for the Trump administration.
Professor Jenny Breen, thank you so much for your time this morning. Really appreciate it.
Thanks so much for having me.
Hey, be sure to stay with ARC Rochester for your top political headlines. We are back after this.
Hey, Mark.
What's up?
Oh, hi, Mark.
What you got?
No truth or trash, brother. Sorry.
9:33 this Tuesday morning. Thanks for staying with us. It's time for a reporter recap. And this morning we're taking a closer look at the Studio 6 in Greece after the town board shut down the motel with nearly 20 code violations and allegations of chronic crime.
13 WAM's Christian Garzone was there yesterday as clients moved out.
With a half-dozen Greece police cars, animal control, and fire crews at Studio 6 in Greece Monday morning, this was move-out day for clients. Greece Town Councilman Spencer Bernard says for weeks neighbors were filing complaints and demanding action.
Anywhere from prostitution to drugs. Neighbors were finding drug paraphernalia out in the streets. They'd be walking their dogs, they'd be walking their children. Just this year alone, that hotel has generated over 320 911 calls.
At a public hearing on June 18th, the town board agreed to temporarily shut down the hotel, that effort led by Bernard. He says it's up to the owners now to make changes before they are allowed to open again.
They need to get that place into compliance. So there is, last check, I believe there was 18 outstanding just fire violations, issues with the Department of Health that need to be addressed. Property maintenance issues.
Bernard wants to stress those former Studio 6 clients are not just out on the streets now. They are going to other hotels and shelters. He says this was about dignity.
I am confident and comfortable that where they are going is better than where they currently are.
The town told 13 WAM that Greece is not paying for this relocation. Rather, Monroe County DHS and nonprofits are helping with those costs. Bernard wants neighbors to report updates to the town at the next public hearing on Studio 6.
I encourage the public to come out and speak. For the neighbors that drive by this every day, please let us know if you're seeing action, if you're satisfied for what you're seeing there.
And Christian Garzone joins us now for more on that story. Christian, you were out at that property again this morning.
Yeah, I don't live too far from there. I stopped by today.
How'd it look?
Desolate. There's signs on the doorways now saying keep out by order of Town of Greece. I went by there yesterday because I knew it was move out day, and I counted 14 cars in the parking lot, and I thought, this is 8:30, by 9 o'clock they're supposed to be out. I don't think this is going to go well. So I went back up later in the morning, and sure enough, it was like maybe 7 or 8 Greece police cars, animal control, fire crews were there, not fire trucks, but I should say firefighters were there helping to get people out. And from the looks of it, I can't say that people didn't know, but certainly when I looked at some of the folks in the lot, I felt like maybe they didn't know about this move out, because we've communicated it, the town of Greece has communicated it, but perhaps people inside didn't know. That was the body language I was getting from some of the folks.
Right, absolutely. And you have reached out to the owners several times, yes?
Oh yeah, every time I do one of these stories I reach out, and I've been in the lobby several times trying to talk to the owner, and one time he was back there, I could hear him, but the front desk is telling me, hey, just call this number, which at first was a WhatsApp number, like, plus 9900 overseas number. Then I finally got the number for the front desk, but every time I try, it just goes right to voicemail after a few rings, and you can't leave messages. And the media relations line for Studio 6, I've called a number of times and had conversations with people. I'm willing to bet it's overseas. There's always a bit of a communication barrier, and they tell me this is not for media relations, it's for complaints for customers only, even though the website says media relations right there. So we made every effort to reach out to people. And, even going there, I remember I was in the lobby. I'd just done a story with a couple looking for a deposit back of about $500 from the Studio 6. I ran into a nonprofit in the lobby who helps to place refugees into Studio 6, or they did anyways. They were looking for deposit money back, some $600. So something's really off with the way they're running that business, and now they're shut down.
We heard the town council member there say that there have been more than 300 911 calls so far this year. We're only halfway through the year.
Yeah.
What sort of violations, though, are they facing?
That's a good question. So I've reached out to the town of Greece. I wanted to talk to the fire marshal yesterday, and they tried to coordinate his schedule to line up with mine to ask specifically, what are these, 15, 18, close to 20 code violations they need to get under control. I don't have the answer to that, but I think we can also use our imaginations at this point. That's quite a list. And back to those 911 calls, I was told those 300 calls, it's double the amount of other hotels in the area. So, and people will tell you who live around there, it's a steady stream of first responders who are there on a daily basis responding to whatever. And Council Member Bernard did tell me that just the folks are so frustrated because right behind Studio 6, or right around it, are living quarters for people, apartments and houses. He tells me the complaints he hears, people are driving home from work and people are panhandling who are allegedly were living at Studio 6. And in past stories we've talked about, I've talked to some businesses around there who are walking dogs or children, and there's drug paraphernalia, drug baggies that are out. People were living by the dumpsters at a certain point behind a business who were residing at Studio 6. There's a whole host of problems, and this is, I think, the 4th or 5th story that I've done or we've done collectively as a station on Studio 6. So I look forward to what's next. I think June 16th is the next public hearing where they have to get their acts together, and then the town decides whether or not they get a license to operate again.
All right.
Christian, we appreciate it.
Hey.
And, you know, for more on Christian's story, if you'd like to read it, and we strongly encourage you to do so, head over to 13wham.com.
9:39 this morning. Stick around. A lot more to come here on Arc Rochester, including when we come back, we are talking to the wildlife rock stars. They're in the studio bringing one of their more exotic friends.
And don't forget, we are streaming on the 13wham YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. We'll be right back. Wow, look at that guy.
Here's Bubba.
Bubba.
He looks different every time we see him.
How old is he?
So he's actually a surrender, so we don't know exactly how old he is because I can talk about it more.
Can't we count the rings,
too.
though, or something?
Not really. No, he's not like a tree.
Can somebody grab
You'd have to do a blood
new
test.
batteries for my for my IFB,
35
pretty please?
pounds. Yeah.
Thank you, darling.
Bubba.
Which way? Like more in or? If you guys want to step to the
This
left.
way? This way? Okay.
All right, and they're just doing a mic check if you guys. Welcome back this morning. The Wildlife Rock Stars are back in studio, and they have once again brought along one of their very special friends to hang out with in studio.
Yeah, we've got James Nugent, Steve Nagel, and they brought along Bubba, the alligator snapping turtle, to talk more about what makes Bubba so unique and some of their upcoming events. Thank you guys for coming in. We appreciate it. And thank you, Bubba, for coming back. This has got to be like his 3rd or 4th time easily here on the show.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's definitely a fan favorite.
Yeah, he is. Give us some background on Bubba.
Okay, so Bubba was actually illegally owned as a pet, and he was confiscated by the DEC. So because we have the USDA license, they contacted us, and now we take care of him, give him a home. And so he's not exactly what I would call a good pet, but for education and development, he's pretty great animal.
Okay, so tell me why he wouldn't be considered a great pet, aside from the fact that like he's not supposed to be a pet.
So these guys experience what's called indeterminate growth. So he will grow for his entire life. And so he's only about 35 pounds right now, but the largest one ever recorded was like 276. So we're talking 4 or 5 times as big as he is right now. So he might become a little unmanageable for most people in either apartments or little houses.
And how old do they typically, what age do they typically live to?
He can get over 100 years. There's not like an absolute cap, but usually they just get to a point where they can't sustain their size.
So Bubba's like a dinosaur, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, so where, not that I'm scared here, but where would somebody find a Bubba in the wild?
So the southeastern United States.
Okay.
Their range has reduced a little bit, but generally that, that kind of east coast down through the south.
Yeah.
Swampland.
Swampland.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And they like to bury in the water,
Yes,
right?
so they're ambush predators, and you can see the big claws they have down on there. They'll dig and kind of create areas where they can sit in, and then they'll actually open their mouths, and they have a little worm-like structure. It looks like a little pink worm that they'll use, like a fisherman uses bait to have fish come in, and then they snap them.
Well, and they're not called an alligator snapping turtle for no reason. What is that force?
So a lot of it's the force is extremely good bite force. It's like, I think, over 1,000 pounds of pressure, and then they also get the name from these spikes they have on the top of their shell. So that's actually pretty uncommon for turtles, especially swimming turtles, because it creates less hydrodynamics for swimming. But because they're such dedicated ambush predators, they don't really got to worry about it.
I mean, he looks prehistoric.
He does. What does Bubba eat?
So,
in the wild, they'll really eat anything that kind of comes to them, whether it be frogs, fish, some birds checking out the water, other little turtles. But for us, he gets a variety of different things. If we get different fish donated, different meats, sometimes rats. So he gets a varied diet.
Is he slow with everything, slow and methodical, or is he quick?
He's slow on land, slightly faster in water, extremely fast when striking.
Ooh,
When striking?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So-
Listen, I think Bubba's really cool, but I am a little scared of him. Every time he comes in, I just, I want him to be as comfortable as possible.
Yeah, don't upset him.
So I would say that, well, these guys could do more damage. I don't consider them as dangerous as the common snapping turtles we have around here.
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
Only because the common snapping turtles have such long, flexible necks that if James were holding them like this, he would probably be able to reach them. So this guy has such a thick, powerful neck that you can grab on more places on his shell without getting bit.
Okay, I'm never pulling over, I guess, for a snapping turtle. We can't have you guys here without talking about all of the wonderful work done at Bridges and Wildlife. What do you guys have going on right now?
Yeah, so actually tomorrow will be our first day that we're back at Eastview Mall for Wildlife Wednesdays. So we'll be there from 11 to 12 and then 1 to 2 o'clock every Wednesday throughout the summer. And then Saturday, July 11th, we will be at a Country Max in Fairport doing a meet and greet, so you can come see the animals up close and personal like Bubba. And then to finish off the end of the month, we will be at Ontario County Fair on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, which will also be kind of up close and personal meet and greet. So if you want to come see our animals, learn more about our agency, feel free to join us there.
Will Bubba be there?
Bubba will probably be there.
At least some of the days.
Very good. Does Bubba live alone, or does he have a friend?
He is alone.
He's a bachelor.
Okay. Hey, listen, just like Dan.
Yeah.
I'm not judging, you know?
I don't snap like that.
You sure?
Yep. Well, I guess maybe. Listen. Thank you, gentlemen. We appreciate it. We appreciate you too, Bubba.
Thanks,
He knows we're talking about him. He knows we're talking about him.
Thanks, guys. We
Thank
appreciate it. Hey, when Arc Rochester returns, we're taking a look at some of the stories that have people talking this Tuesday morning.
Yeah, talking trends on the other side of the break.
saying
he
garbage.
just talks. He just talks to hear his own voice.
We're
Kinda
not
like
talking about anybody in particular.
except McLean. It's time to see what's trending, and we are starting with an elderly woman who refuses to stop her party animal tendencies.
All right, 96-year-old and internet superstar Lillian took to social media to share that she was issued a warning from her Connecticut retirement home.
I saw this. I saw her little video. She claims that she's being threatened with eviction because she continues to throw parties. Take a look.
I'm getting kicked out of the nursing home. I just got this letter. It says you're getting kicked out if you don't stop the parties. You could read it. Parties are not allowed, and you cannot serve alcohol to other residents. Letter serves as a formal warning. I could do what I want.
She does. She goes on in the video to say that she pays $12,000 a month to live there and that she does what she wants.
$12,000 a month?
Yes.
Okay, the grandmother has over 4 million Instagram followers and nearly 13 million TikTok fans, many of which are siding with her, saying that the home should let them have fun.
Yeah, she says that she loves to party and will continue to do it.
She even mentions that her parties consist of drinking, gossiping, and getting rowdy.
Yeah, the nursing home has not responded to the video. Some people think that she's joking.
There are some fans that are taking the video seriously, some even going as far to say that they would go after the home's management if they decided to evict her.
Grandma Lillian continues to post on social media about her adventurous life, including her getting ready to go on dates, getting ready for her friends' funerals, and even ranking the people she's outlived.
Fans online say even if all of these videos are fake and just jokes, they love her nonetheless and even consider her an honorary grandma of theirs.
Okay, so here's the thing. Like, during that video, at the end of the video, you hear her doorbell and she's like, oh, that's them getting ready to party. But she talks about how they have, like, I don't know what they're drinking, but like 2 wine coolers. Like, and they giggle until 4:30 in the afternoon when they get called to dinner.
Like,
let them live.
You're 96. I say at that point, do what you want.
Yeah, there are no
rules.
Trouble. No. You know, and listen, Lillian, if you want to have a little more fun than just some wine coolers, give me a call. I know a couple of people.
Wow.
Well, we'll send them over there.
Yeah. Listen, I mean, if I live to be 96, somebody tells me how I should be living.
Yeah.
You better believe I'm going to be mean about it. I am.
I agree. You know
I
what?
will not be as kind as Lillian.
I think for Lillian's 97th birthday,
Rager.
Chippendales.
Are you volunteering?
Sure. For Lillian, I would go over there and dance.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Absolutely. All right. Let's turn now to a way Gen Z and millennials are looking for love.
Many modern daters are seeking to find their next partners through in-person meetings rather than dating app connections.
Oh, novel idea. And according to a new survey from Hilly dating app, many singles are willing to find love in unusual places like funerals and cemeteries.
Listen. Research found 61% of Gen Z and 71% of millennial daters would be open to going on a date with somebody they met at a cemetery. You know what? It's an interesting meet cute. You know?
55% of Gen Z and 65% of millennial daters said they'd exchange contact information with someone they met at a funeral or memorial service in the hopes of setting up a future date. And I certainly hope that you don't find out it's your cousin.
Okay. Some say it's extremely inappropriate. Others say it's brutal out there and people are searching for love any chance they can get.
Perhaps even more shocking, 41% of Gen Z and 52% of millennial daters think flirting at a funeral should be socially acceptable.
Some who have taken part in these funeral flings are asking people who view this as wrong to rethink. You know?
I mean, listen, you do you. But at the funeral, stay out of the coat closet, okay? I'm just saying.
Nobody's saying that.
Well, you know it's happened.
Well,
You know it's happened.
Everybody grieves differently. All right.
That cannot be. Can I ask a question on television? I think you might know what I'm asking, and I don't remember. Was it you who told me that someone?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not.
We don't
want to
talk about it.
Not going to ask. Okay, don't
it's
go
not
anywhere.
what you think. It's not. What you
No. She was not in the. She refused the coat closet. Don't go anywhere. When Ark Rochester returns, it's time for this morning's final thoughts.
We'll be right back. That does it for us here on Ark Rochester. Make sure to wake up with us again tomorrow morning, starting at 4:57. Where are we, Dan?
I have no idea.
That's a shame. We're on 13 Wham ABC.
We've got much more live local news coming your way later on 13 Wham News at midday. We will see you then. Bye.